Hi everyone and welcome to a quick video of mine. It was going to be a bit longer, but unfortunately for me I forgot that I've only got one video camera, and the video that I want to do is about the YN600EX-RT flash and the YN-E3 trigger, the digital trigger, which goes on the camera and controls the flashes independently. But I have only got one camera that'll actually video, which is my 70D, and my 5D doesn't do video, and the flash and that setup won't work on a 5D. It's got to go on the 70D. So I'm just waiting for a couple of accessories to come for my mobile phone, and I can use that to do the 4K video or 1080p, whatever I decide to record it in. So I'd just like to say that this flash here is absolutely, let me see, I'm still recording. This flash is absolutely by far the best flash that Young-U or YN have ever brought out. I've had the 565, I've had the 560, I've had the 5680X, I've had the 5680X Mark II. I don't buy Canons anymore because they're just too expensive. They are built slightly better, definitely, but I've not really had one of these stop working. I have had silly little problems where when I pulled the diffuser out, I just pulled it out in my hand. But the flash, I've still got it and it works great. And the other one had a bad battery door, but the battery door on this is much better improved. It's got a lovely hinge inside, and when you close it you feel that it's closed. The flash feels awesome, really by far the best build quality. The head, when you're rotating the head, feels really good. You don't have to press any buttons. It's quite smooth, but there's ridges there so you can put it where you want it. But it feels really good. Doesn't feel like it's going to fall to bits. These rubbers feel a little bit like they're a little fiddly to get in and out. But to be fair, you never really take them out anyway. And once they're in, they're in. Although I did do a firmware update on it yesterday on the flash. The trigger itself already came with the latest firmware on it. And I will say that they feel absolutely outstanding. If you're after a nice flash, definitely look into the YN600RT. I was going to get it a few months ago, but I heard the first batch that they brought out had a couple of teething problems, and that's why I waited till now to get it. And to be honest, I've not used flash, I've not done any flash photography for a fair old while, and I really needed it the other day when I was away. I went to Ireland and I wanted to use some fill flash, and I just couldn't because I didn't have one. I have only got one at the minute with the trigger, because I wanted to just see what I thought of it, whether I was going to get the 5680Xs or that. But now I've felt that flash. I've not hammered it yet, but I'm sure that it'll keep going. I mean, for the price, from the 75 quid, I mean, you could buy 3 or 4 of them for one Canon, so you could buy 7 or 8 of them and put them in your bag. If one breaks, no problem, leg it over edge and put your other one on. But to be fair, I've never actually had one stop flashing. I don't really hammer them, and I've said it before, and I know a couple of people have admitted it, that turning your ISO up helps you flash, so that you flash. I mean, if you think about it, if you're shooting a flash at full power, but you don't know because you're in ETTL, so you don't officially know what power rating you're getting, but if you put the flash into manual and see roughly what power you get, if you're getting full power at ISO 200, that's really going to put a big load on your flash, and I don't care whether it's an original or a snide, it's really going to put a lot of load on your flash. So it's always nice to bang that ISO to 400, 800, even though you know you don't need to. Your flash will do it at 200, but by putting that ISO up, you save your batteries forever. They seem to last a full wedding, a set of batteries. I think most I've ever used is 2 sets of batteries, but 90% of weddings now I can do on 1 full set of batteries charged, and that's because I use my ISO so that my flash is always just like firing at 8 power or 6, you know what I mean? It's nowhere near half or full power, so remember that. But I will say that so far I'm absolutely very impressed with it. It is the trigger that is used is not line of sight. It's actually it's wireless, so it doesn't need line of sight. And I do like the you can disable the flashes straight on this screen, so you can turn group A on, then when you go do group B you can turn group A off and then just turn group B on, and that's what I really like about it. And also I hate There come with some menus in the Canon now when you want to whip in and you want to adjust the power when you're firing it off camera with, say, the YN600EX-RTs. You've got to go to flash control, go into the menu, and you've got to do about 6 clicks to get to where you want to be to adjust the power when you're using it off camera, by the way. With that, you can it's just a click and you're where you want to be, and you can turn the power up and down as quick as that. You could even disable it if you wanted to get your ambient reading first with your off-camera flash on the dance floor somewhere, and then when you're happy with your ambient, you can then enable it, take your shot, and if it's wrong, you know it's your flash. And that's about it. But I will get back to you very shortly with a full review, although it'll be in a couple of parts because you know how I like to go into detail and don't just tell you a third of story. I'll see you very shortly in my review on, I'll do how to update the flash, how to update the trigger, and how they work and what the pros and cons are. But from what I've led to believe, there ain't really no cons. There's only pros because the price is fantastic, the flash works great, the trigger works great. Do you know what I mean? There's just cons, simple as that. Right, I'm going to let you get off now. Thanks for watching. Please comment and subscribe. I'm going to say something as well. I keep getting subscribers joining me JJB Photography. That's not actually active anymore, so you'll see there's no action. I will post my new page soon.